Embark on a journey that unveils the secrets of the past as we unravel the enigmatic construction techniques of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Beyond the conventional narratives lies a realm of innovation and ingenuity, where the geopolymer hypothesis challenges our understanding and shines a light on the remarkable achievements of ancient Egyptians. Join us as we venture into a world of historical reimagining, where the pyramid's mysteries are decoded and the contributions of an ancient civilization are unveiled in a whole new light. When one considers the historical context, the focus naturally shifts to the Great Pyramid of Giza, which is an instantly recognizable monument that holds a tremendous amount of significance. During the time of the Old Kingdom in ancient Egypt, namely between the years 2580 and 2560 BC, the construction of the pyramid took place. It is a living testament to the excellent degree of engineering that existed during that age, and it has been preserved for future generations. An epoch that was defined by massive architectural works that intended to immortalize the ruler's legacy took shape during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, also known as Cheops. These works were constructed during this time. During this time period, the foundation for this enormous achievement was laid. A peek into the complex culture that once flourished in ancient Egypt may be gained via an examination of the construction of the pyramid and the mysteries that surround its construction procedures. Throughout the course of history, a number of theories about the construction of the Great Pyramid have emerged, each of which makes an attempt to comprehend the complicated processes that were used in the building of the pyramid. The hypothesis that massive stone blocks were painstakingly carved out of quarries using rudimentary tools has some credibility because to the existence of copper tools and a manner of quarrying that involves a lot of physical work. Speculative conceptions that include extraterrestrial involvement present fascinating but untested possibilities, while ramping theories indicate that inclined planes facilitated the passage of these gigantic stones into position. Both of these hypotheses remain unproven. However, with further investigation, these concepts often run into roadblocks that raise questions about their practicality and whether or not they are consistent with the historical background. It's possible that these uncertainties are the result of the fact that these hypotheses constantly run against obstacles. The geopolymer hypothesis offers an alternative point of view on the construction of the Great Pyramid, which results in a unique perspective being provided by the theory. Instead of the more frequent method of hewing the blocks for the pyramids from quarries using traditional techniques, the geopolymer composite material was utilized in the building of the pyramids, according to this idea. This is in contrast to the more typical procedure. According to this method, which is analogous to modern concrete, and proposes that the ancient Egyptians may have used a mixture of broken limestone and binding chemicals to make a malleable paste, which was then poured into molds. This methodology suggests that the ancient Egyptians may have used this method. In other words, it's possible that ancient Egyptians built concrete in a method that was comparable to how concrete is made now. This departure from the traditional methods of stone cutting gives the intriguing hypothesis that the pyramid's blocks were fashioned in situ, which would have afforded significant advantages in terms of precision and efficiency. This would have been a tremendous benefit to the pyramid's construction. There is a substantial amount of data that, when taken into consideration as a whole, provides confidence to the geopolymer theory as a practical alternative to the conventional technique of constructing structures. When this evidence is evaluated together, it bolsters the case for the geopolymer theory. The geological examination of the pyramid blocks revealed startling parallels to the synthetic substance that Professor Davidovits and his team had developed and fabricated. This similarity may be seen in the structural makeup, chemical makeup, and characteristics of building blocks that are either naturally occurring or purposefully created. In addition, archaeological research has uncovered ancient construction sites that still retain evidence of materials linked with the production of geopolymers. These locations can be found on every continent on the planet. The combination of these finds, the decoding of ancient inscriptions, and the discovery of written records provides the geopolymer hypothesis with a multi-dimensional push. As a consequence of this, the pieces of evidence come together to create a coherent narrative that casts doubt on the validity of conventional building theories. The procedure that forms the basis of geopolymer building involves the painstaking execution of a series of processes that deviates from the conventional approaches to stone carving. The first step in the process, which was the processing of the ingredients, included the craftsman combining crushed limestone with binding agents to create a paste with a thick consistency. After that, the slurry was taken to the location of the building project, where it was poured into molds of varying sizes and configurations. The builders were able to produce the correct shape and structure for each block by applying pressure to the paste while it was contained inside these molds. In addition, the slow drying phase of the paste made it possible to make precise changes, which ultimately led to a tight fit between neighboring blocks. In essence, this technology allowed construction teams to orchestrate the assembly of the pyramid with a degree of control that beyond the constraints of manual stone cutting procedures. This was made possible by the use of hydraulic jacks, which were attached to the sides of the pyramid. When scrutinized against the constraints and available evidence, the geopolymer hypothesis emerges as a plausible and congruent explanation of the construction of the Great Pyramid. It aligns harmoniously with a set of criteria that encompass logical reasoning, economic feasibility, archaeological findings, and historical records. The technique harmonizes with the technological capabilities and tools available in ancient Egypt during that era. Furthermore, it coheres with the written inscriptions and accounts that have survived the passage of time. By scrutinizing these factors, the geopolymer hypothesis not only withstands analysis, but also offers a cohesive framework that respects the prevailing conditions of its historical context. In the quest for a comprehensive understanding of ancient construction techniques, it is imperative to explore accounts from various historical contexts. One such intriguing account arises from the stele of Artisan, which hints at the fabrication of stone statues through a process of casting within molds. This concept of crafting through molding resonates with the geopolymer approach, indicating that similar methods might have been employed in different contexts. This phenomenon isn't confined solely to Egypt, as neighboring civilizations also exhibit resemblances in their building practices. These similarities provide light on a larger pattern of inventive building practices that may be seen in a variety of cultural contexts. As a result, our understanding of the historical accomplishments of engineering and architecture is enhanced. When we investigate the ramifications and relevance of the geopolymer theory, we find that it prompts a paradigm change in our understanding of the accomplishments and contributions made by ancient Egyptians. The Egyptians' technical skill and forethought were elevated to a higher level when we acknowledged their ingenious building style. The story becomes more realistic and retains its cultural significance when it is understood that the Egyptians were responsible for the perfection and intricacy of the Great Pyramid via their own inventiveness. This reinterpretation offers an invitation to reconsider history through a fresh perspective, one that respects the crucial role that Africans had in creating the history of architecture and engineering. In addition, it highlights the significance of continuing inquiry and discovery, which encourages a more in-depth comprehension of ancient civilizations and the tremendous accomplishments they achieved. Subscribe for more thought-provoking content and stay tuned as we continue to unravel the mysteries that shape our understanding of history. Don't forget to like, comment, and share to keep the conversation going. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the depths of time.